We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
What's up, Stephen?
What's up, Matt?
Welcome, everybody. This is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show, coming at you live on the very last day of the retreat. We've got Stephen Redding here. This man used to be 300 pounds.
Almost.
Almost. What were you?
Like 275, 280.
280 pounds. And now look at him. Look at him. And he used to be a drug addict. Are you still a drug addict?
No.
No? Okay. Good. What you got in your hand there?
Beet juice. Beet, carrot, cucumber.
How you been feeling with the juices? You like them?
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Definitely feeling like I had some gallstone issues, and it's been breaking them up, and definitely feel some things are flowing better on this side of my body where my gallbladder is.
Wow. This juice is carrot, beet, cucumber, and these retreat members who are pretty crazy asked me to up the amount of beet content in the juices, which is what does the cleansing of the liver. This combination is excellent for getting rid of gallstones and stuff like that. And it's difficult for me to drink 8 ounces of beet juice in that concoction right there, but they wanted it and they're drinking them like 10 times a day. What's been happening?
Gas.
Gas.
Stuff's been cleared out, just stuff's flowing better.
Right.
Feeling really good.
Cool.
Lots of energy.
Sweet. Okay, so how much weight did you lose on the raw food diet?
Since I've started raw food, probably at least 30 pounds.
30 pounds?
Since I've started raw food.
You guys, check out this picture real quick. Alright, so 30 pounds is what you lost. So you weighed 200 and something.
Oh, well, since I've started completely raw food, I kind of like went
Whole
foods and slowly progressed into...
Okay, so from the very beginning is the question,
Yes.
How much did you lose?
120 pounds.
120 pounds. I thought something was off. Like, wait, what's going on here? Yeah. So you are on a 100% raw food diet right now?
Yes.
For how long?
Since middle of October.
Middle of October.
Like 9 months.
9 months, and nothing else but raw food.
Nothing.
It's kind of like we can relate to each other because he's actually 100% raw. So he understands a lot of things I say. Because if you don't go 100% raw, you don't understand certain aspects, like stuffing yourself with bland raw foods.
Mega salads.
Mega salads. All right. Okay, so maybe you could share your story about this weight loss. Like, how did it come about? Like,
Well, I kind of realized one day I was extremely overweight and I didn't want to look and feel that way I was feeling anymore. So I decided the most obvious thing to do was to start cutting out like junk food. I was put on some medication for some things, and it made me gain a lot of weight. Just made my appetite like out of control. I would eat like entire trays full of cake in one sitting. So I stopped eating sweets. Just slowly started backing out of eating things like that. I was still eating some processed things like bread, processed cheese. I quit eating like cereal, stuff with a lot of refined sugar, and pretty much sometimes I was only eating 1 meal a day. I lost about 80 pounds in less than a year.
How long were you that heavy for? Around that, I think, yeah.
A couple years.
A couple years?
Yeah, what I can remember, yeah.
And then were you heavy before that?
No, I was skinnier than I am now. So the pharmaceutical drugs made me gain an intense amount of weight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and I kept progressing and kept taking more things out of my diet. I became a vegetarian after meeting a friend that kind of encouraged me to go that way. Within a couple months after that, I went vegan. And then I ended up becoming fruitarian for like 3 months and did that and kind of wrecked my body a little bit because of all the sugar and detox, and it was just overload on my body. So I went back to Whole Foods for a little while,
Right.
about a year, and then in October last year I started raw foods.
Wow. You hear that? Whole Foods did it, and then Raw Foods took it even further. So, What was your eye prescription before and what is it now?
I have no idea what my eye prescription was, but
You had glasses?
I had glasses and contacts. Could not see where this camera is sitting in front of me. Pretty much, it was completely blurry.
But now you can see it.
Now I can see it. Yeah.
And the reason, and you just threw your glasses away one day.
Yep. Just took them off. Didn't quit wearing them.
Everyone's interested in improving their vision, but they're not willing to get rid of their glasses. And of course, many of us can't because we have to work and do all sorts of things each day. But that's like a crutch, and if you still do that, no matter what else you do, that's could be a cause of the degradation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that I'm an expert in that field. It's just something I intuitively feel. All right. So, after the pharmaceutical drugs, you started getting into psychedelic drugs.
Yes.
How was that?
Well, it was really good at first. Like nothing bad was happening. After a while, I started kind of chasing this spiritual high I was getting, like this connected feeling, and I associated it with the drugs and thought that that was the only way to make that happen, was by taking things like that. So I kind of pursued that and wrecked my relationship with a lot of people. Kind of my kid's mom and my parents and my brother and sister and some friends too. Just went way too far with it.
Were you married?
Wasn't married, but I had a good relationship with my kid's mom, and we were doing well until all that started.
So you were together?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's the goal there? Are you trying to get her back or something?
I don't know. We've kind of moved on in that sense. I don't think that's gonna happen. But it's damaging. I mean, beyond like the legal stuff, getting in trouble legally, like there's consequences for doing things, and like it's kind of like this wound, you know, that you could put a Band-Aid over, but it might not ever fully heal. So kind of just gotta learn how to live with it.
Right.
But eventually, I decided that I kind of hit a really hard rock bottom and decided that I wanted to feel how I was feeling. There had to be a way to feel like I did without taking anything. So I noticed that when I ate better, I felt better. And this is around the time I was doing the fruitarian thing. And the less I ate, the better I felt, the more connected I felt. And just eventually put two and two together that by eating correctly, I could feel more connected and more closer to God that way.
Nice. And then you started watching hippies like me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Started looking into raw food, and I think I remember the first time I watched you was a video on like that water purifier, like Audit Clarity or something. You did an interview with the guy that did it. Or that's because I was into that. I was into like trying to clean my water up because I knew that was like an essential thing to have clean water.
Right.
So
so you've been watching me for a while.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you'd like to share with the audience?
You can have a lot of traps with things, like this stuff can get in the way, especially with eating and changing your diet, like other people doing it and you just not following through because other people around you, or because you have this voice in your head telling you it's silly and you need to do this when you might instinctively know that this other way is better for you. I would say listen to that inner voice that's telling you to keep going and push through, and you can do it.
Nice. How many vegetable juices have you been drinking per day?
Like 8 or more.
8 Norwalk juices. The juices here, first off, we're using the Norwalk juicer, which breaks every cell of the vegetable and instills it right in there. No other juicer does it as effectively as this, even though they're all good. But also, there's been a study in Holland stating that one head of lettuce 50 or 100 years ago, I forgot how many years ago it was, is 250 heads of lettuce today. So here we are in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, with the food supply which hasn't degraded the soils and stuff like this as much as other locations. It's just been crazy amounts of nourishment, man. Yeah. And these guys just said, you know what? More juices. We're doing 100 juices a day we have to make from the Norwalk. It's insane. All right, everybody. So Thanks for tuning in. We got Stefan here. He's lost 500 pounds. And Matt Monarch, we'll see you next time at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.